Hello and good afternoon. I am Cesar Gingas and I am going to report on my FMA2, which is focused now on monitoring and evaluation. For this assignment, I have chosen the framework, the monitoring and evaluation framework um, that is participatory in nature, and I would call this MNE as the Leap Smart framework. That means this is an acronym for localized evaluation of advocacy programs and social mobilization assessment in real time. The main features of my M&E framework is that it is participative or that there is participation at the local level, and then it is community based and there is on-site data gathering, and then real-time engagement with stakeholders is being done. So those are the three main features of my M&E. Now let me touch first on the theoretical framework of my M&E framework. So this Leap Smart framework is built on the foundation of participatory project design and monitoring evaluation that was forwarded in 2001 by the International Fund for Agricultural Development of the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization. This kind of framework was an enhancement of the participatory model in which community partners and other important project stakeholders participate in monitoring and evaluation. And this has been proven to improve the understanding of the project stakeholders in the development process. It also increases their capacity in monitoring and evaluating their own projects. And it also contributes to self-reliance in themselves to manage and operate their projects. And in that case, there is sustainability of project activities, which, of course, the bottom line is for the improvement of project results or to ensure that all project objectives are met. So this kind of approach ensures that community members are being listened to, and then they learn from project beneficiaries and other stakeholders. This is critical to the process of improving project design and making implementation more responsive to ground realities. Participatory monitoring and evaluation, according to the UN FAO, involves the stakeholders in a collaborative framework. And this framework measures, records, collects, and processes communication for the communication information so that it can be used in problem solving and decision making. In the case of advocacy communication and social mobilization, having the participatory M&E will ensure that everyone is on board with regards to the messages and the meaning that is being transmitted to target recipients of the message. And then there is a sense of ownership of that message itself. And so the meaning is more deeply understood, um, in which case the advocacy communication results to project improvement or betterment of the project implementation. And the organization as well is able to manage and deliver the results that is expected from them. So with the participatory M&E, project partners are able to identify corrective actions immediately during project implementation. So you will see in the theoretical framework of participatory monitoring and evaluation, the roots of this approach is on participatory action research. So you will see that we cannot do participatory M&E without participatory action research. And then we do also a process called participatory learning and action, which also includes, of course, the PRA. And then for agricultural development, because this came from the FAO, Farming Systems Research or FPR. So, but in short, everything is evidence based. But still, the monitoring evaluation framework itself is being participated in by all stakeholders. Next, I actually conceptualized the criteria for a LIP Smart M&E, and this is how I would like this to be presented. You know, when we say LEAP Smart M&E, there should be people participation, and not just like just people participation, but we focus on the marginalized and vulnerable sectors, or what I call the voiceless, because they are really the ones who are heavily impacted by negative effects of a project, as well as they are also should be the one that should benefit a lot from a certain advocacy campaign or a certain social mobilization project. Meaning the grassroots themselves should be able to participate in the M&E. And then we have the community-based data. We do not just subscribe to desk research or armchair research. We do community mapping, and there should be also situational analysis based on actual contexts within a community. And then real-time data for quick decision making is also done. And then there is primary data from grassroots survey. We also focus on sustainability. Indicators for success should touch triple bottom line. Okay, and then for the theory of change framework. Now, this is the one of the most important as well. We could not do the Leap Smart unless we are able to do a theory of change in the planning design, in the design of the project itself, and the identification of indicators. What are the things that we are looking for in an advocacy campaign or in a social mobilization program? So we have theory of change is comprehensive description and illustration of how and why a desired change is expected to happen in a particular context. Now, the theory of change is focused in particular on mapping out or filling in what has been described as the missing middle between what a program or change initiative does and its activities or interventions, and how this lead to desired goals being achieved. So it does this by first identifying the desired long-term goals, and then works back from this to identify all the conditions, uh, basically the outcomes that must be in place, and how this related to one another causally for the goals to occur. So we look at the not just the output, but basically the outcome. But first, we have to identify what are the activities and what are the problems that is being solved by that activity. So theory of change is actually a rigorous yet participatory process whereby groups and project stakeholders identify the conditions they believe have to unfold for their long-term goals to be met. Um, these conditions are modeled as outcomes, arranged graphically in a causal framework. So you really have to start with a key problem, and then you identify the activities as a good approach, and then you get the output, and then you get the outcome, and then the good result, which is the impact. So, um, what the theory changes is to analyze why everything makes sense. Why is the output connected to the outcome? Why is the outcome connected to the impact? And why is this activity should be part of the whole process? So the methodology used to create the theory of change is also usually referred to as the theory of change approach. So when you hear theory of change, you may mean either the process or the product. But in this case, with the Leap Smart um, framework, what I'm saying that is that the theory of change is a, use an approach in the whole process of M&E. So just to emphasize, the theory of change approach in monitoring and evaluating ACSM program starts with um, understanding the objectives. And of course, in ACSM, what we want is a change not only of the knowledge, attitude, and practices, but we look towards really changing behaviors. And that's the purpose of the advocacy campaign. But we also want to see the impact or how does the future look like when the ACSM has met its objective. So we look at the present and then we analyze, do the a situational analysis and maybe a SWOT analysis, and then look at the future. What does the behavior change? What are the features of that behavior change, and what does the situation now looks after the advocacy campaign has been completed, or when we have been able to do social mobilization. So this should be part of the theory of change approach. So let's look at the more deeply at the theory of change. So this is actually an outcomes framework. In the LEAP SMART model, what we want is a change in knowledge, attitude, and practices. Now let's define that a bit. So when we say, now for instance, this one is an example of doing the outcomes framework for a behavior change campaign or ACSM campaign that we were pursuing in the Bangsamoro region in Mindanao. So just to give you an empirical case study of how the theory of change or the outcomes framework really is applied in organization. So this was adopted by the Bangsamoro government, specifically the Bangsamoro Information Office. So their knowledge, the outcomes for their knowledge objectives, no, in terms of increasing knowledge, is not just to increase awareness of the projects, the programs, projects, and plans of the organization, and but going beyond awareness is making audience knowledgeable of the socioeconomic, historical, geopolitical, and other contextual environments. So what we did there is do a situational analysis in which the socioeconomic, the history, the geopolitics, and other important landscape analysis within the context of the Bangsamoro was done. So it was it was a thorough analysis of the environment. But then the end objective of that is to increase the knowledge of audiences and, to craft the messages that we would like to craft so that their knowledge will be improved. But then we also want to change the attitude of the audiences. So how do we do that? This is the objective, to forge understanding of the policies, programs, and plans of the Bangsamoro related to the organization and its advocacies, and to establish a robust feedback and feed-forward mechanism among audiences to create an enabling environment for dialogue and information exchange. So we were able to achieve a good information exchange channel through the mass media that was established in the Bangsamoro government. And the Bangsamoro Information Office also made very good media plan in which mainstream media was tapped to send to craft messages that is uh, designed to be understood by specific audiences. For instance, the non-Moro was had a different message, and then the indigenous peoples that lives within the Bangsamoro had a specific message, and even those who are outside Mindanao, for instance, the residents of Luzon and Visayas, were receive different key messages. So these are the things that really had to craft very carefully, to design very carefully. But the main objective again is to change attitudes. But the more challenging part is um, to pursue an actionable objective and change the practice of the Bangsamoro and its other targeted audiences. So the main objective is to convert audiences into advocates and promoters of the vision, goals, objectives of the organization to create opportunities for audiences to freely participate in the promotion and practice of the advocacy goals and the articulation of the organization's agenda for peace and development. So this one reflects really what the Bangsamoro government is aiming. And so we wanted to create opportunities for audiences to participate because we want the whole process, no, like a theory of change and the Leap Smart model to make everything participative. So they will have a sense of ownership and a sense of responsibility. So the end goal of this whole process is behavior change. And what does behavior change look like? The Bangsamoro constituents will fully support the BARM government and its plans and programs and are actively participating in all its activities. Now, let me go back to this one, which is the issue activity, output, outcome, and impact. Now, for this Theory of Change framework, everything should have numerical indicators as well. So the identification of the numerical indicators or the quantitative indicators have to be done participatively. So I cannot really put forward all the quantitative indicators that were um, finalized by the Bangsamoro government as an example, but the emphasis there is that everything should have specific targets, either in percentage as a unit of measurement or for instance, in number of women participants or number of sex disaggregation also is very important in every activity. And so other quantitative measurements. The point there is in a theory of change framework, and when we are doing an ACSM program, there should be also quantifiable indicators to make the M&E more robust. So that is the end of my presentation. So I hope that the Leap Smart uh, M&E framework makes sense. Thank you.